Alright guys, today we're gonna do a tier list of the best bosses in Guild Wars 2. And of course, thanks Regal Power for giving me the idea and me stealing it completely from you and being able to watch your tier list, have an opinion on it, and then do this instead as a response in order to expose the fact that your opinions are worse than mine. There we go. I'm just kidding. I love Regal. I just want to troll him. Okay, but for real, alright, we're gonna talk about which bosses are the best, why they're the best, and which ones are the worst and why they're worst. So let's start with, well, VG, because it's here. VG is a great boss. A, 100%. Although, maybe S, actually. It's just such a cool fight. It's just such a cool fight. You have the things, the blues that teleport you around, the wisp that you're trying to get you and wanna, push out. You have the tank, well, there's one person tanking. You have to, divide yourself to kill the little ats, of course. And I mean the ats, that the Condi ones and the power ones, and you have to run around the circle in order to avoid damage, which is pretty cool. I guess the only thing that I guess it's kind of sucks is the fact that you don't have to do the greens at the start of the fight, because you can just out heal it. And honestly, if it weren't for that, this might actually be because you can out heal that. I feel like it has to go to A, right? If it weren't for that, if you had to do that mechanic, that green mechanic, I feel like it could be an S tier fight. But because of that, I feel like it has to go then to A. Like, ignore a mechanic on that. Sure, you're kind of healing a lot, okay, whatever, but you're kind of ignoring one mechanic by just doing this, which kind of sucks, right? Then we have Spirit Woods. Ooh, Spirit Woods. I think it's a cool fight. I mean, it's not a fight. It's more of like, you run around, you have to do little mini games. I think of all the mini games that you have in the game in between fights, I think it's a pretty good one. Because of the fact, I guess you could put it on B tier because it's not really a fight, but I don't know, I just really like it's cool, and a cool intermission. Let's put it in B tier. It's not the worst one, it's not the best, it's just not on the verge of being, it's not that good to be on A. I think B is good. It's good. It's not good. It's not that bad. It's not that good. It's okay. Gorseval. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put Gorseval even worse than Spirit Woods. So why? Why is that? Because you fucking ignore the biggest mechanic of the fight. You ignore the fucking breaking the wall in order to do the updraft. If it weren't for that, this would be an fucking A tier, maybe S tier fight. But because of that, because you can just ignore it by doing a lot of damage, it just kind of sucks. It's just a fight that it could be a lot better, and it isn't, and that sucks. So I'm just gonna put it on C. Sabata, A as well, and I would actually consider VG to be better. Why? Oh, even though Sabata is a great fight, the flame wall, you have to run around, you have to do the bombs, you have to, do the cannons as well. I don't know, there's so many things in Sabata, in my opinion, this is maybe a personal thing, that are just so weirdly, like, they work in such a weird way. The kiting of the bombs, the fact that everyone has to stack in one place for the flame wall to spawn in one point. I don't know. I always thought that very, very weird and kind of well, obviously it's not telegraphed. You kind of have to, like some people had to experiment for a long time in order to understand this. But I don't know. I like fights that are very, I don't know. You see the fight, you know what's going on. There's no really weird things. That's just a personal opinion, and that's why I put it behind VG, because VG is such, you just understand everything that's going on, right? So I would definitely put it that way. Sloth is a great fight. It's just such a cool fight. It is so, you don't touch the poison, you don't want to touch the poison. The poison kills you. You want to drop the poison? Outside. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of intricacies that you want to do in order to make this better, but it just makes sense. Everything makes sense. You get the mushrooms in order to clean the path. It's just a good fight. I like it. I love it very much. Better than BG or worse than BG? Now, that is a good question. BG worse or better than BG? I think it's better. I think it's more intricate. I don't know. It's more of a cool mechanic, I think. Yeah, I definitely would say that. Yeah, for sure. Then we have Trio. Trio is better than Spirit. No, it's worse than Spirit Woods. It's a cool fight. I don't think it's bad, and it does have bosses, which is probably better than Spirit Woods, to be fair. Yeah. Yes, the mortars, you have to go around to the top in order to get them. You have to get the beast to throw to the boss. You have to release the works to kill the other one. You have to throw the oil for the last boss to just burn itself up, and you can kill him. It's a cool fight. I don't think it's that worse. A lot of people hate it, but I don't think it's that bad. Matthias, God tier fight. It's probably on the same level as VG. I don't know which one I put it, but it's just cool. You know, you have to, you have a lot of personal responsibility that is pretty obvious to understand, right? You have the poison, you have to clean yourself. You have the big circle you want to drop it outside of the group. There's a reflection that you have to do. You want to put a reflect up, shoot it again, you break the shield, you're fine, right? And there's a lot of like little mechanics that happen, a lot of red circles that you don't want to touch. It's just easy to understand, cool to do. It's just badass. Escort, I really like it. I'm gonna put it at A, just to get some people riled up. I just like the fact that you have to do so many things in order to just progress through the thing. It's very epic, I feel like. You have to kill the wargs, you have to have a person in the tower doing teleporting around to make to capture the towers. You have to be careful with the mines, you have to clear everything. And sure, if you don't do it fast, it's kind of boring, I get it, but it has so much potential. If you want to like go hard and just, it is such a cool fight, because if you want to be very secured, you can just wait it out, you'll be fine. But if you want to, you know, pump and just keep going, you have so much potential in order to go in and do it fast, and it'll become harder and more intricate. I really like it. I think it's a good fight. KC, I don't like this fight. I think it's boring. I don't think that much happens. You just kind of hit the boss, and some things happen that I guess you have to worry about. You know, you have to kill the little lad very fast, I guess, so it doesn't fuse, but that's kind of it. I mean, like, what else happens? Like, oh, you have to run the color. Oh, nice. It's just kind of boring. It's just kind of boring. I just don't like it. I just think and there's so many weird things that happen in that fight too. And it's probably, I don't know how it was on launch, to be honest. But now it just seems like you skip a lot of the mechanics that you probably should do. I don't like it. I think it's kind of bad, honestly. Maybe even the CM is kind of maybe one of these days we'll get it. We'll get something like more different, because I don't know, you won't be able to skip some mechanics like the little clones with the colors, which if you had to go and kill them, I think it'll be fun. But it just ends up dying way too fast, even in a normal group, right? Twisted Castle. Guys, I'm sorry, it's just trash. Like, I get it, it's a fight that you have to, you know, uncover for the first time in order to understand it, right? But I feel like the whole point of the fight is to uncover the mystery of how it works. After that, what's the point? You just, you know, go to the places that you have to go, do it again, over and over again. There's no variety, it's always the same, it's just boring. Sarah's a fucking... I wanna be mean. Guys. I wanna do it. I wanna trigger all of you. I think I might. I love Sarah. I love that she's a big woman that stomps you and wants to kill you. I like that you have to glide around and do a lot of good shit. I think it's great. I love the mini games. I love the, you know, going to tower to tower in order to kill those little crystals and gliding around. I love it. I love it all. But I really have a problem with mechanics like the one in Sarah, where you have to, one person gets the special action key and has to just, like, it has to save the whole group, and if they don't do it, even though it's a easy thing, it's over. If they forgot, if they didn't pay attention, it's over, and there's nothing you can do. I fucking hate those mechanics. I think they're bad and they're horrible. I can understand if there are like a few people doing this, or if it's not random in one person, but if it's random as well, it's horrible. I hate those kind of mechanics. Sure, it's only one, I get it, but I just, you know what? I'm not gonna put it on B. I think that's way too extreme. I would put it on S, but because of this, I'll put it on A. I think that's a good middle ground. I'll put it on A, better than Matthias. Yeah, I think that's a good way. I think that's a good way to do it. Cairn. No, I'm just kidding. I love Cairn, actually. I do. It was my first fight that I did on this game. I really like it. And I understand a lot of people won't like that. And I understand that so many people are just like, oh, it's just a golem. It's just a golem. But you know what? As long as... I feel like for most people, if you're not like absolutely fucking obliterating the DPS meter, you'll still have to move around, go to the greens, you know, use the special action key a lot. It won't, right? For most people, I think it's an S tier fight, because it's kind of hard. There's a lot of intricacies. Now, I didn't know this until for like a long time ago, but apparently you can also just forget about the greens by just using stab, and that drops it Like I would like that shit is fucking disgusting and I hate it. And because you can just ignore the mechanic by just using stab, and I don't know, it just, I hate it. I completely hate it. I honestly, because of that, I would just put it maybe on C, honestly, because then it just becomes a golem. But I think most people don't experience it that way. Most people don't do that anyways, or even if they do and try, they cannot succeed and they have to end up doing the mechanics anyways. So I would put it on A. I think I would put it on A. Better than Escort, that's what I would do. Because most people will have to, you know, go to the greens. Most people will probably get teleported around. I think it's good enough. MO. I like MO. I know a lot of people hate it as well because it's a golem fight, but the CM is pretty fun, and I don't know. I think it's not as bad. I don't think it's an A tier, but I think it's a B tier. I think B tier is okay with this. I think B tier. It's not a bad fight. It's not a very good one anyway either. It feels like there's something lacking on the fight in order to work. The blues on the CM really make it work. You know, the fact that you have to go there in order to not die. I think it's pretty cool. But I think it's, yeah, I think in B tier, high B tier, I think it's the way it goes. That's the way I think it should go. Samurott, A tier, maybe S. No, you're not S tier, fuck it. Samurott, it's just such a cool fight. I love it, love it, love it. You know, you have to evade the attacks, you have to CC, you have to do the greens, you have to clearly push the ad to the boss in order to make it burnable. You have to do so many things. It's such a, you're just moving around a lot. You know, in CM, right? It's just a cool fight. I really like it. It's very badass. The boss is very cool. I like it. Demos. Demos is a great fight, guys. It really is. The end phase is very epic. The storyline is very epic. The oil, of course. How could you not love the oil? How could you not? You know, doing so many things that you know, trying to evade the pizza, everything. It's just so cool. Start getting teleported around into the different dimensions. It's badass. But you know what? It's horrible in this fight, and it always will be. The hand kiting. And I'm not saying because I hate hand kiting, because believe me guys, I do, but it's because of the fact that the person that is hand kiting has to do this during the whole fight. You have to do nothing else. Just stay there forever. What the fuck? Like, I would understand if it's like, oh, you know, from time to time you have to go hand kiting. I get it. That would be fun. That would be fun. But the fact that you have to do it literally all the fight, fuck you. Like, this is just, it's bad design. I fucking hate it. No, it's wrong. It shouldn't be like that. So that's why, even though it should be on S, I'm putting on A. Not good enough. So horror. I mean, have you seen this Mina, guys? Look at her. One, she stomps you. 2, it's a cool fight. 3, look at her. What am I supposed to do? Of course I'm gonna put it on best. It's a great fight. There's a big hammer that you can get, and it's a great scene. Like, oh come on, the soul horror, pushing them away, running away from the walls, you know, evading, doing the C. It's just such an intricate fight. The little parts at the end of the arena falling off, so you have to go there. You have to, you know, like be paying attention to where the walls come, but also when the edges are gonna come out, are gonna go off. It's so many cool things. I love this fight. It's so good. River. I mean, it's an escort. It's not the best escort ever. It's kind of cool that you can. It's kind of cool that you can like make it faster, but it's not that good. I would actually put it on C tier. Like it's kind of boring. Broken King. It's an okay fight. A tier. It's an okay fight. It's probably top. B tier. I mean, yeah, it's okay, I guess. Eaters of Souls. A very confusing fight. But it's a cool fight. It's very easy. Statues of Ice, bro. Like, who cares? Like, it's like, who cares? It's just so boring. It just, you know, just kill the eyes at the same time. Wow, this is so intricate, guys. Wow, it's so cool. Doom, best. Not even close. Best fucking fight of the year. Like, it's just so cool. The fucking greens that you have to do. You have to rotate. The boss being badass as fuck, killing him with your scythe. Like the little push you have to do, and you have to look at the boss in order to go to the wall. You're recovering your soul. Someone kiting the little ad. The CM is insane as well. It's just such a cool fight. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. CA. It's a cool fight. It's not the worst thing ever. I think it's a cool boss. Like the model is pretty cool. The things with the swords and shields making a big ad that you have to CC in order to kill. The fact that you have like a specific moment that you want to do a lot of CC, I mean, a lot of damage, and you have to protect you with the shield and break the shield of the boss with the sword. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Now, where here? I think it's A for sure. Better than Karen. I would say it's better than Karen. No, is it better than Karen? Actually, no. I don't like. Yeah, I think it's cool, but it's not as good as Karen. When you're not cheesing the mechanics, I think. Largos S tier. What a cool fight. So many things that you have to evade, dodge, jump around, divide yourselves into subgroups to kill the boss at the same time. So many cool things that are happening in this fight. I really like it. I really do like it. S tier for sure. Karim, best of course. Now, here, best than Doom or worse than Doom? I think it's a bit... I think it's personal preference. Just because oh man, it's just... I feel like these fights have the same problem that whenever you get them, you understand them. There's always the same. Always the same that happens. There's not a lot of variance. I think Karim is a bit better though. Yeah, I think, and it's also cool the way the little like platforms move around. It's just very cool. I like this fight. The bosses, you know, you breaking the lamp makes it so much better actually. Yeah, Karim is better. The lamps are just so fun. You going to the lamps, breaking out the big legendary beast that helps you around. It's badass. It's just so badass. Gate, trash. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is some, like, the worst encounters ever. Like, actually the worst one. Adina, S tier fight. Savir, S tier fight. Like, these two fights, they're so action-oriented. Just jumping around, using the pillars to not get killed, moving around a lot. It really tells you that this is the last wing they did, because the action, the movement you have to do, it's just so... It's so different than the other fights. You always, the other ones, you would just stay. And this one, you're just moving around a lot. Just as we would see afterwards in the Iceberg Saga. Well, maybe in the Iceberg Saga, not that much. But in the End of Dragon Strikes, you know, they're really understanding how to make fights for this game, I feel like, on this place. Now, Karim 2 is a hard one for me. I think... It's a cool fight. I think it's top 8 here. I think that's definitely a 2. It's not, I only want to say S. I think that's maybe a bit too much. But 8 here, plus, I mean, I think it's good. The fires, putting them in, tanking the fight, doing the pylons. The pylons is pretty cool. Like, the fight is very intricate. I like it. I just don't like the fact that it's just a golem and you don't move that much. It's not a bad fight. I just don't. Now, I haven't done the CM, so maybe the CM makes it like the best fight ever, and who knows? It could be. But for me, it's just not that good right now. I think it's pretty respectful list, guys. I think I like it. I like it. I'm gonna tweet it so everyone gets mad at my beautiful, perfect opinions, and you guys can tell me what you think about my beautiful, obviously based opinions as well. See you guys tomorrow or every weekday for the beautiful meta train that we always do. You know, 23 gold plus per hour, pretty good. Join the stream. Join Discord. Discord.gg/hardstock. Join my Twitch. Everything's on the description. Subscribe here. And see you guys around. Love you all. Bye bye.